Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Burrito Extra Beef. My name is Darien.
Name's Landon.
And today we are going to touch on the PlayStation State of Play and mainly the 15-ish minutes of gameplay and behind-the-scenes information on Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. You said you wanted to talk about some of the other stuff in the State of Play first?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, talking about what Sony is doing with advertising right now, I consider it to be somewhat interesting.
I keep getting the live from PS5 ads on YouTube.
Yeah, and which I love those ads. I don't
like the Horizon one. I'm tired of seeing that one. That's all they showed me.
Which one I like.
Yeah.
My favorite one is literally the game we've seen least of. I love it, but man,
Sly Cooper 5. Oh.
Sly Cooper 5. Hey. Well, I ain't seen nothing in that. And not to mention, they even showed off a new potential game being looks like a Uncharted 5 in a way. But But everybody was pretty interested in this show because when was the last time? It's been.
When was the last State of Play?
It's been a long time since we've seen a showcase and a State of Play. So everybody's getting reasonably excited. They said it was a short one. I'm not gonna say
the show was 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah,
and it's being Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, there were some pretty good games revealed, or some stuff for some good games revealed. I got the whole list here. I'm on the blog. I don't know. Let me just run through them real quick.
Yeah.
We had the trailer for Destiny 2 Lightfall, which I'm not. I think Destiny 2 is just too. I'm just tired of it. Seeing hearing about Destiny.
It was Marvel's Avengers.
Yeah. Obviously Suicide Squad stuff. There's a game called.
Sony for sure of that. That's Destiny's a big money. I have friends that play it all the time.
I used to play it. I just I don't hate it. I just I think they do too much.
I'm nervous playing because I know when Sony, did they buy Bungie or did they have a big stake in them?
I think they bought Bungie.
Okay, so and when I heard the news, I'm like, oh dang, okay, I might buy some. I'm gonna play Destiny 2 finally. And I did, and I just felt like, dude, I've never played this game, and I feel like I'm just so far behind that it was
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm just overcomplicating it. I don't know.
I think you're probably overcomplicating it. You can get into it and just go straight in, or you could. Yeah, I think Destiny 1's probably available somewhere on the PlayStation Store free. You could probably get that too if you want the first one.
I'm just like, I get a little nervous. I don't know.
Yeah. They revealed a game called. What am I? I hope I'm saying this right. Chia. No, sorry, no. Chia. I don't know. Chia. It's it looks like Moana. Is what it looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that game. Yeah.
I hope some 2000s kids got my Chia pet joke.
I love it. That game looked fun. That was one of the games I was really excited for. All the VR games I didn't really care for. Besides, there was this one where I think it was a port. It's if you blink or whatever.
That's that Upon Your Eyes or whatever that game is. We had seen it on the PlayStation Store. You were talking through the games and stuff. Apparently that game is supposed to be really sad.
Yeah. Well, I expected it to be. That's what I figured. You have a talking dog in there, and
you're getting taken to the afterlife, and you're it's basically seeing your life in the blink of your eye or something like that. I didn't really pay attention to that Chia trailer that much. It kind of looked like Moana. I glanced up a few times, and I kind of just looked away for the rest of it. I think I was playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I like the biggest game there for. I'll be honest. The showcase was pretty lackluster.
Yeah. But we heard that it would be though. We heard that they were saving their big stuff for the showcase.
That's what Jeff Groh was saying, and I'm not gonna act like I was fully disappointed because they straight up said, this ain't nothing crazy, just because this was mostly a partnership fulfillment,
indie third party game type stuff,
contract with advertising, understandable.
What's the second game here? Next one. VR game called Humanity. This game didn't really interest me at all. It looked too confusing.
It's the people who made Res Infinite and what was the other game?
Tetris Effect.
Tetris Effect. I mean, it looked interesting. I mean,
it looked like too much for me. I just couldn't. I'd be like, what's? I don't know.
Well,
I don't think I'd have fun.
I don't know if I'll ever buy it.
It looks like a more complicated version of those puzzles from Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Like the whole you're playing as Clank and you got to
I mean, I don't know if I'll ever buy it though.
Yeah, they'd probably be free at one point. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I that's what I was thinking. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like.
I still probably wouldn't play it though if it's free. To be honest.
Yeah.
I'll get it. But so now this next one, Resident Evil 4. Oh man, I'm so ready for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And they announced the VR. They're getting a VR update.
Yeah, getting a VR mode.
Man, I'm ready. I'm so ready. Though the Resident Evil remakes have yet to miss. The Resident Evil 3 remake was a little bit lackluster because it was really short. I think they removed parts of the game. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but I think they did. So it felt more like a DLC to Resident Evil 2. But it was still fun though, and the graphics were good. Resident Evil 2 remake though was, and that was good. That was a good remake, and I'm excited for Resident Evil 4 remake. I guess they're going to be doing 5. They'll probably get up to 6, and then they'll stop.
Yeah,
because 7 and 8 are the newer ones, and then maybe Resident Evil 9 coming out soon. You never know.
Mm-hmm. I've never, I'm not much of a horror game fan, but I will be definitely getting Resident Evil 4. Well, mostly, I have to thank Dead Space for that because I say in the stream all the time. I don't really play horror games that much, so this has kind of got me more interested in the Resident Evil series.
Yeah, when you play Resident Evil 2 because that's it's like the same kind of gameplay and stuff. Resident Evil 4 might be a little different because it's like it's a more action oriented.
Yeah, which I don't know. That might be.
And it's not really about zombies. It's more about like a cult, I think.
Yeah, which Resident
Evil 2 is just such a good game.
Start with for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but who knows? But speaking of Resident Evil and Capcom, Street Fighter 6 got some 3 new characters announced: Zangief, Cammy, and her name's Lily, right?
Yeah. I think so.
She, I was very excited about that. Zangief looks incredible. Cammy, Lily looks great. I'm really excited for this game. Is this this is a day one for me. Is it a day one for you?
Maybe not a day one, but eventually I will play it.
Yeah. I got you.
There's a lot of stuff. June, I got a lot of money to spend in June. So
what the heck are you doing in June?
I got 3 movies to watch, and among other things, I got to watch Indiana Jones. I got to watch The Flash. I got to watch Spider-Man. I got to.
I forgot about. Oh, good Lord! Yeah, movie-wise, yeah, it is.
I will be spending at least $60-$70 on movie tickets.
Understandable.
Yeah, I was. I saw Zangief. I like Zangief.
I love Zangief. I love what they do with Cammy. I love it, man. It's. I'm really excited for that game.
Do you think that's the rest of the characters, or are there going to be more characters revealed?
I saw a leak. There was a leak a while back. Now I don't know if the rest of them were like DLC, but I know Akuma was in the leak. I also don't really want to say much because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But
yeah,
I know Akuma was in the leak, and I'm guessing he'll be the final person they will announce.
Mm-hmm. And are they doing like DLC afterwards too?
Yeah. I think the leak was just showing the starting roster or like what will be the launch. Already, this game is already an improvement from Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V launch.
Yeah, I did buy that game at launch.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That was probably the worst one you could buy.
Yeah.
It was very lackluster because there was only an online mode, They're not main characters. I don't like Street Fighter Five. To this day, I still don't like it. I'm trying to think like what.
Real quick, I know this isn't PlayStation related, but we had got a message from Spillman and it reminded me. It seems, based off multiple insiders, that John Krasinski is now the official Reed Richards of the MCU. So,
they're doing something right for a change. Yeah, I can say better myself, John. I mean, I'm excited. Good news to hear.
Yeah, continue on.
Well, I forgot what I was saying, but it's no big deal. But 6 just looks better than 5 already, and all I ask for is there's only one thing I want for 6, and it is I just want Dan in there because he's my favorite character. Dan's my favorite, and it's funny because he's like the worst character. So,
yeah. Next, I showed up some stuff for Baldur's Gate 3. J.K. Simmons voicing the villain, I think it is, of the game.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played the other Baldur's Gate games. I didn't know that it was based off a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Yeah, I've heard of.
I saw the 20-sided dice in the gameplay, and I was like, oh. Huh. I've been known to dabble in some Dungeons and Dragons at times, so kind of interested, but not really because I never played the other ones. I'm gonna turn my watch off. I can't do this, John. Oh my gosh, they're just falling apart. Okay, I got it. Hit the alert button and it alerted my phone. Okay. All right, Wayfinder. Kind of, Wayfinder reminded me of Dauntless. Did you play that game?
I have
made by Epic Games. It was free on PlayStation. I think it still is. I used to play that a lot. It kind of reminds me of that. It's kind of nothing too special in my eyes. There's a VR. Was this a VR game? I don't remember. Goodbye Volcano High.
It was not a VR game. That is
okay.
Free kind of game, a story-based game.
Yeah, it's about dinosaurs before the meteor struck, and it's like I already know the game's gonna end like horribly.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna die.
I'm not interested in games.
I'm not. The music stuff kind of seemed cool with like the whole rhythm based, but other than that, I'm not a fan of these kind of games.
Yeah, my brother's really into it because he loves the Life is Strange. I can't remember the other ones what they were called, but I don't know. I can't remember at the top of my head, but I mean, they looked. I mean, I like the art style. I like the idea is kind of cool, but
yeah,
I will probably maybe again if it's ever like a PS Plus game, I might check it out real quick, but make no promises.
Yeah,
maybe I should stream it. Buy launch, stream it. Who knows?
All right, the Foglands, that was a VR game.
Yeah, Foglands VR game.
I thought at first that it was like a Western VR thing, and I was like, oh, was I playing this? And I was like, oh, it's not. Can you imagine like a cowboy VR game? You like walk around, you have duels and stuff in the middle of it.
Oh yeah,
I think that'd be cool. Ride a horse in VR, it'd be weird.
Like a cool I know they're out there, but I'm waiting for like PSVR to have something. I'm waiting for a cool multiplayer game, and
I think the best multiplayer game I played on VR is Rec Room, just because I used to have so much fun with some of my friends on there. Play with we know Matthew Parrish. I used to play with him on there all the time, and we dress up as Arthur Morgan and Dutch from Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, was it like VR chat or something?
Yeah, basically. But you can we dress up, we do that, we go in and do the voices, and we entertain a bunch of people. It was so fun. At the best time.
That's awesome. I never played it.
That's so good. It was great.
I was a little disappointed with the VR games because obviously I like to see the new stuff. But as some of you may not know, PSVR 2 is not backwards compatible with PSVR games,
which is very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. So I was really hoping a lot of this stuff would be like ports of like games people really wanted. Like I was really hoping they would do Iron Man VR, and there's one game called Blood and Truth, and it was like. Yeah, I mean, did you
I hope that studio is making another game.
Yeah, or a sequel.
Man, they made London Heist, which was like the first thing I got played, and I thought that was fantastic. I used to replay that all the time. And then
our demo, right?
Yeah, and then or the World PlayStation VR Worlds.
Yeah, PSVR.
And then they made Blood and Truth, which is a prequel. No, wait. Yeah, it's a prequel to London Heist.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. It was so fun. You felt like you were in a movie. Gosh, I loved it. I used to replay that all the time. It's like I was John Wick in some of the scenes. There's a part where you're running across the roof and you're like sliding down the like side of the building with like glass windows and you're shooting people, and I feel like I was freaking John Wick going through there. That's so fun.
I mean, it looked fun. I literally bought the game off Goodwill for like $4.
Oh man, that's a steal.
I kept saying to myself, I'm like, okay,
that's one of the best. That's one of the best VR games I think I ever played.
And I was so mad because I was all like, yeah, I'm gonna give me a PSVR here soon. This is before PS5 came out and all that. I'm gonna give me a PSVR. I'm like, well, crap, PS5's out, and now you're gonna get me that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get me a PSVR. I'm gonna hook it up to the PS5. We're gonna be golden.
Yeah.
Not the case. Then PSVR 2 was announced, and I got my own place, and I'm like, oh crap, I cannot.
Yeah.
Why, and just the PSVR 2 is just so dang compelling with just one cable. Because if you have a 4K TV and a PSVR, it sucks, and because it won't do the 4K. It gets rid of your 4K television. It just does 1080p, and I'm all like, I did not buy a Pro. Just it was getting on my nerves. So and even without that, the cables were a mess, right? You agree with me on?
Yeah.
So with someone that's played PSVR 2 with just sticking the USB-C cable in it and played a bit of the games they got, it's already better than PSVR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Based on what I've seen, I agree. I haven't played it. Green Hell VR. It wasn't really a game that I was interested in, really.
Yeah.
It looked like it's just a survival game in VR, I guess. But it could be fun. I could see the appeal. I'm just not too keen on.
Yeah.
There's a game called Synapse. I think it's a VR game. It was shooting a bunch of people, and you had magical powers. So I remember. Another game, speed through here a little bit. I think it's VR Journey to Foundation, based off a book series. Before Your Eyes, which we just talked about earlier. Naruto, Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Yeah. What else? Did I miss anything before we get to the thing we're actually here for? No, I didn't.
I think all the major stuff.
I think we hit everything.
How far was the show? It was like...
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me look at this Resident Evil 4 thing. I gotta read something real quick.
I'll be honest. My thing was, I thought the show was kind of just okay. It's not like I was just disappointed because, I was like, well, I thought there would be something. They flat out said, nothing crazy, but, we're going to have some games, you might enjoy them.
Also, for Resident Evil 4, they announced an upcoming demo. Demo will be available on both PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 in the near future. Get ready to take on the demo as, quote, survival is just the beginning. That comes out March 24th.
Interesting.
Also announced the Mercenaries mode, which is in Resident Evil 8 as well. I think it might be in 7 too. It appears throughout the series. Hard at work on free post-launch DLC for the Mercenaries, which is like a horde mode kind of thing.
Yeah. Anything on? Did they ever? Oh no, never mind. I was wondering if they mentioned that whole Resident Evil multiplayer thing, but they did not.
No, I think that's not happening anymore. I think that got closed down.
Yeah, closed down.
Yeah, because it was apparently really bad.
Yeah, well, I know it came out for a minute, and then they shut it down, and then they kind of haven't spoken about it since. I was wondering if they did anything.
I'm interested about the Last of Us multiplayer thing that's going on. It's supposed to take place in San Francisco. I want to see what that's about.
And it's crazy, and I don't want I don't want to hear nobody be like, "Well, y'all's expectations were out of whack." Because, I mean, honestly, I don't think anything we asked for was really crazy. Because all I really wanted was just to hear some ports, just some simple ports. All I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, the only crazy thing I could think of that we thought of was, you saying, Half-Life Alyx might get announced for PSVR 2. That was probably the biggest thought of, and I was like, probably out of the realm of possibility. But I don't know.
The studio behind Blood and Truth said that their next project has nothing to do with virtual reality, and that apparently they're not making VR games anymore.
No. Well, that was a whimper. They're done making VR games. I wonder if like Blood and Truth was like a hassle or something. They're all like, we're not doing it. It was pretty innovative, man, because like PSVR was like very limited of what you could do with like move.
Yeah, the freaking like you in the game you can like hold a button down, you can like flip people, you do like hand gestures and stuff. But also like you can hold a button while you had a gun in your hand, you could spin the gun.
Yeah.
Like it's like a revolver, you could spin it. It was pretty cool. You could do like tricks and stuff.
I mean, it looked fun, man. I played like a demo of it and I thought it was great. And then I look at the game, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get my PSVR. And it just never happened. So I'm hoping Sony or someone, because who is it? London Studio that did it? Or it was? Okay, so hopefully Sony can, because that's the first party studio, correct?
Mm-hmm. Well, Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, the first one, is getting a PSVR 2 upgrade on March 21st.
So that's good. I was wondering, because I've never played that game. You told me that game was like really good.
Yeah, I expect the second one to be good if it's anything like the first one.
Yeah. Is there anything you can tell us evolved from that? Like, you weren't able to do this. Now you can.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really seen anything from the second one. I've seen like some gameplay. I mean, you can there's different weapons and stuff I saw. I mean, that's pretty much. I mean, I think you might be in a different location. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, now we should probably talk about the thing that everyone wants to hear us talk about.
Yeah. The big thing they advertised for this show.
All right, now let's talk about the big thing. Suicide Squad kill the Justice League. Where do we start with this?
Well,
how do we lead it?
I want to set ground that last time we heard about this game officially was Game Awards.
Yeah, so, we had our reaction to that. You can go check out that video.
Yeah, both very happy with Kevin coming back.
Yeah.
Now, then I don't remember what month. I don't know if you remember, Darien, but what month was it when the leaks happened?
No, it was last month. I was in school when it happened. So yeah, it was in January.
So in January. So, and it kind of brought a negative perception to this game. But people were worried, but some people were like, it's a leak because there was a story leak behind it.
The story leak was fake.
Yeah, that was revealed to be fake.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe what they're showing here is fake with the battle pass and all that. So who knows? Nobody really knew what was going on exactly. But now, official. I mean, this was a official gameplay. And
we had a. Let me look here. Let me look up the video real quick because I want to see exactly how much we got of each one. Yes, we got an official co-op gameplay trailer that was 6 minutes long, and we got a game overview trailer which was 8 minutes long. That was what we got.
I mean, not too bad, I guess. I mean, I was. Well, here, you want to start off with what they showed, and we will get into the discussion of how we felt.
Yeah, I can do that. So starting with the co-op gameplay trailer. Here, let me open it up, and I'm going to mute my YouTube. Oh, I'm going to wait 12 seconds for an ad. They showed off a first look at full-on gameplay, and we had some gameplay snippets throughout other trailers as well. But not like full-on, like in-depth gameplay. They showed off a mission. It takes place at the beginning of the game, is what the developer said. Or close to the beginning. Yeah. And it's the Flash has taken Lex Luthor hostage, and the League need to stop. They need to get Luthor back and stop Flash.
Did they explain why they needed to get Luther?
No, that's probably one of the reasons. Probably one of the plot elements we'll find out in the game.
I'm guessing is like how to take out Superman, or maybe Superman had, or maybe they have some, maybe Lex has a thing of kryptonite or something.
I don't know. We should find out about that though. I wonder if Lex Luthor's going to become a playable character.
Do you think there's any characters that are kind of keeping hidden that we can play as? Or?
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't be the most shocking thing.
I know they've talked about adding characters, but I mean, is there? But I'm thinking I kind of figured that'd be like DLC or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'd say one thing though about the part of the Flash. I know a lot of people are hating on the Flash, and now his design, like chest, body wise, like the torso. I mean, I guess it could be better. But I really like Scott Porter's Flash. I know he's voiced him before, but I just like he acts more like Reverse Flash acts in this because he's evil.
Yeah.
And I like the line, and he was like, "Good news, if you want Luthor, all you have to do is," and he runs past and says, "Come and get him."
Come and get him.
That's like that part made me smile. I was like, you never really get to see the Justice League act evil like that.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I mean, you've seen Superman act evil a lot, but like evil Batman is what I'm most excited for.
Every month.
Yeah.
What an original idea I've never seen before.
Yeah. But yeah, you have him. Brainiac's giant tentacle thing comes down and spawns in a tank. Or not tank, a giant turret, and starts shooting stuff into the city. And the whole mission is the squad basically sent to take out the cannon. It's a cannon, that's not a turret. It does say I didn't see this when I watched it on the thing, but it says at the bottom, in development footage, not final. I didn't see that when I watched the state of play. I must have overlooked that. But so it gets right into the gameplay. First I want to talk about the UI real quick. I got it up here. I'm gonna put full screen so I can see it better. Top left, we have. You want me to share my screen with you so you can see the stuff I'm looking at?
Yeah. Thank you.
Share screen. Okay. Do you see YouTube?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I'm gonna full screen it. All right. Up here, we have. How do I get this to go away? Do you know, like this whole?
What thing?
I get like this whole YouTube bar and everything to go away so I can just see the full image.
Just full screen.
Yeah, well, it's full screen, but I don't know if there's like a control something I could do to get it to go away because it's not. I don't know why. Anyway, so up here at the top left we have 2 bars. What looks like health. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ammo? Yeah. Not ammo. It would be ammo. Ammo's at the bottom.
Originally, I thought the blue one, like the gray one, was like XP, but I'm not too sure what that is. I think literally the 20 is
the 20 is your character level, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, MLB Health, LexCorp, that must mean that the weapons they're using is the LexCorp model, because they talked about there's different manufacturers of the weapons, and there's like perks to each one and cons to each one. So I guess you get to pick what you but basically I guess suits your play style maybe.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom you got some of the weapons. It looks like you have some throwables, bombs for Harley, it looks like, and I don't know what this is.
We did see that you are able to carry 2 weapons, right? Like a main and a secondary. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, Harley's got a revolver here. There's a mini map bottom right. Shows you other players. Here. I'm gonna hit play. Look at it. So we see here some of her
traversal.
So yeah, in combat. She can do melee. Very hectic kind of combat, which I mean, what would be expected with Harley? Kevin Boomerang's got the sort of Speed Force stuff. The main complaint about this game so far I've seen is that the weaponry characters. Yeah. Everyone's using guns. And Partial. I mean, Deadshot, it makes sense. Harley, I guess it would make sense. Harley would be melee and guns. Deadshot would be mostly just guns, which I haven't seen any of his melee. He probably does have melee, but I haven't seen it.
So as far as I know, I haven't seen anything either. All I know is, I mean, I don't know if it's like a special attack or something, but he has like flamethrowers on his like arms or whatever.
Yeah.
But
It might be a special attack.
I don't know. That's part of his melee. I'm not too sure.
Captain Boomerang uses guns. He's got some boomerang moves. Looks right here where I'm kind of pointing. There is the symbol for a boomerang, so he's got some kind of move he can do. There's also some throwable. I don't know what that is though. It's like a shovel.
Shovels in this game.
But he's got a shotgun and SMG. It looks like King Shark also is a melee character. He's not got any ranged stuff.
King, what are you talking about?
He does King Shark. Oh yeah, he does. Sorry, with the guns. That's right. But I'm talking about like.
Why does King Shark have guns? Like he should have been like a melee. And then I hear like he's like the fastest melee character when it should be like, Captain Boomerang or something. When if they're giving him like the Speed Force.
Well, the way they showed off, and I think it's in this trailer. Actually, it might be the other trailer. So we'll get to that in a little bit once I hit it. Captain Boomerang's doing his stuff. There's a takedown right here. Use some boomerangs to take down characters. You get a tank show up. A lot of this game is like Marvel's Avengers, except the big differences are the world is actually twice the size of the Arkham Knight map. And so there's like you can go anywhere. For Marvel's Avengers, you're like kind of restricted to a certain area.
Yeah. Open.
Yeah. And traversal's a big thing they also changed in this. This one thing that Marvel's Avengers really didn't do well. Let's see. It's very much like it's a live service game. They talk about it. Some Deadshot stuff. Deadshot's got the flamethrower. It looks like right here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then some bombs. He's got I think like C4s, but it's got a little snowflake down there. So that might be one of those augments that they kind of talked about with the Bane thing, and maybe Mr. Freeze themed one. So I just think Deadshot looks the most fun to me, just because he's got a bunch of stuff he could do, like all different kinds of weapons, and this part where he can like blow stuff up with his jetpack.
Yeah, I love the idea of like, I don't understand why they get like it. Stuff just doesn't matter because I know Captain Boomerang has a
wait. You can switch to melee weapons.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So that means with Captain Boomerang you can switch to boomerangs because melee weapons is right here.
Oh, I see.
So you have the option because I've seen King Shark fighting with using his blades, and that's what that is. That must mean that. So you have the option of using your guns, or you can use whatever other weapon they have. So what did Harley have? Let me go back.
I saw in one of the things, we'll probably get into it later, but like it showed one of her things, like she can have
the mallet. Is that yeah? That looks like a baseball bat mallet kind of thing.
Cricket bat. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So that I didn't realize that. So maybe you can do. I don't know. Why did they just show off guns then? If that's the case. I don't know. Ugh.
Well, I knew everyone had like a melee thing to them. It's like, why not have King Shark be only melee? You know what I'm saying? And let that be like his. I don't know, it makes sense to me, but
yeah. Now King Shark uses some of his supernatural powers he has since he's like a god. Or he's half god. He's a demigod, I think. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not up to par on my King Shark knowledge.
How dare you?
Get some more stuff. King Shark. That's where I stopped. I think he uses some melee right here. Almost a takedown, but he's using. Okay. So Captain Boomerang. He had a boomerang out right there. Yeah, so taking the turret down, shooting the weak points and stuff like that. I mean, to be expected, that kind of stuff to be expected. I like this part. His whole it's kind of like a super move a little bit, but not really. With the Speed Force, I think you could take down a lot of people using that.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like they have some kind of like ultimate moves because King Shark just kind of like a rage thing just then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I thought everybody like jumped in the air.
Harley's got a minigun. Harley's jump animation is weird to me. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's not Spider-Man. That's probably why. Better than Marvel's Avengers Spider-Man, I'll say that. Yeah. Okay, let me skip ahead through this because this is kind of just them shooting more weak points. Take down the cannon. Meet Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor looks like Joe Rogan or Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I saw someone say he looks like Paul Giamatti.
As the Rhino. That's funny. He's a big dude.
Yeah. I would take for life. I mean, I don't know.
We don't know who voices him, do we?
As far as
I'll look it up. Hang on. Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League. Oh my God, I spelled it wrong. Kill the Justice League. Let me look up the voice actors for this. Let me just click on it. All right. Let's see. Lex Luthor. Nobody.
It's weird because some of the characters we know who's playing who. They don't even.
Yeah, I mean Harley's voiced by Tara Strong, obviously. Deadshot's voiced by Bumper Robinson. Captain Boomerang's voiced by Daniel Lapine. King Shark Samoa Joe. We don't know who voices Superman. We haven't heard his voice yet. Yeah. Or Wonder Woman for some reason. But Deborah Wilson is Amanda Waller, which I know her from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I mean, we know who voices Flash, Scott Porter. Penguin's voiced by Nolan North.
Yeah.
Tim Conroy's Batman. I feel like we should know more than that.
Yeah, I mean, with Flash, we know Scott Porter's doing Flash, so
we don't know that much. I felt like we know way more than that. Tiana Cord, I don't know who that is. Wonder Woman's voiced by Susan Eisenberg. I don't know who that is. Yeah, okay, we don't know hardly any voices.
Yeah, which, whatever. I'm willing to bet Troy Baker somewhere.
That's probably true. We see Lex, and they're like talking to him. Flash shows up, and he was like, "What, you thought you could just walk away? We have an interrogation to get back to." And he runs up to him, and he goes, "You guys really thought you could get away?" And then he gets kind of like monologue, and then Captain Boomerang says, "At least I'm not some." What's he saying? Sometimes he's not so pathetic. At least I'm not a big hero turned stooge for a spaceman. And Flash has that line. He was like, "You want to see what a real hero can do?" And he runs around in circles around them. Which, if no one's read a Flash comic or seen the show, when he does that, it cuts off the people inside of the circle he's making. It cuts off their oxygen. The people inside can't breathe.
Yeah, I was a little confused. I'm like, what the heck is he doing? Like, first time I saw it, because I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
I'm like, he's just running in circles. Why are they like collapsing? But I was like, then you mentioned like oxygen. I was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah,
and then Wonder Woman gives him a clothesline right off the top rope.
Yeah.
Like personally, I like Wonder Woman's design. It's the first time I've actually seen her look like green, which is fitting for the character.
Yeah.
He looks. The voice actress for her is doing a good job from what we heard so far. I could hear the emotion in her voice.
Yeah.
The whole like Flash, tell me how to stop this, please.
Oh yeah.
And then he does the whole thing. You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die so we can save the world. And you have that, and that was the end. Oh yeah, and you have the shots of all the smiling, really creepily, and then we get that. She's the only one that's actually smiling. Now that I think about it, everyone else is frowning. But this right here, that's a shot of some Batman action going on here, and then that was the end of the co-op gameplay trailer.
Yeah. So, thoughts so far?
I will admit, this is my first reaction when I saw the gameplay. I was like, oh. So that's not what I was expecting. Like it was unexpected. I didn't expect it to be like that. I mean, I sort of did, but not to the extent like the first thing I kept saying was like it's like Marvel's Avengers, and it's that's what the gameplay reminds me of is Avengers, just with DC characters. And pretty much every other aspect of this game also reminds me of that. And I think a lot of people do feel the same way. I mean, I happen to be one of the people that enjoyed Avengers, so I mean, a lot of people think this game is going to die because of the whole they're doing free DLC and all that.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So it makes me wonder.
But they might have this funding for this because, I mean, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I mean, Warner Brothers has a lot of. I mean, Rocksteady is a company that Warner Brothers has a lot of.
Yeah, and I'm going to assume. So. I'm just going to assume here real quick. Warner Brothers ain't like Square, where they gave up on the game pretty much middle development. I'm going to assume here. Yeah. Now, question is, what's the source here? What's the thing that we have to spend money on?
So the battle pass, and there's also an in-game shop.
Okay.
Those are the two things. So I think that's what they're going to be basing most of their money off of, and then game sales as well.
Yeah.
I think they might change it to where the DLC is not going to be free, just because I think that's. I don't know. We kind of talked about it with Avengers, and I think they shouldn't have done that, and maybe they would have got more money. It's still kind of true, I think, but I don't know.
The idea of free DLC for a live service game sounds good on paper, but then you got to think of like, I don't know, it's not good execution, and I would have been perfectly fine for paying $15, $20 every time a new character came out. I'd be more than do that, because I enjoyed the game.
Yeah,
but like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a character came out like every week or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it came out. But I'm sure they probably come out more often if it. If the deal. I mean, if it was paid DLC, I'm sure it would came out probably more often. But
yeah. Let's see. So now let's talk about the game overview trailer a little bit, and we can also touch on stuff because they touch on more gameplay and mechanic-wise things. Opening Amanda Waller and the squad inside of Arkham. I didn't piece this together really until actually last night. I was streaming in Arkham City, and Batman or Alfred or somebody mentions old Arkham Asylum, talking about Arkham from the first game. It's no longer Arkham Asylum anymore. It was Arkham Asylum. Now it's not. It's because apparently it's now a Belle Reve prison. It's where Amanda Waller's taken over. So that's why the Suicide Squad are there. It's still got the Arkham Gate and everything, but
that's
now Belle Reve.
Got the bag there, though, right? That's what I was assuming.
And it was like almost abandoned.
Yeah.
So this is 5 years after that. So in that 5 years, she's taken over.
Mm-hmm.
So we get her. She's there. Squad. They got Belle Reve uniforms on too.
Yeah.
So and this looks like the area. And you start the first game, right, where Joker breaks free.
That's what. Yeah, because you see like the stairs.
There's the stairs and the little office back there, and then there's the two cells. And there should be another two cells beside. Yeah. So that's what this place looks like. Anyway. I'm gonna port it though. Let's move on to the other stuff. There's some Sefton Hill in there. I thought he left. I don't know why he was in this video.
Yeah, also too.
They talk about how they wanted to reframe it to tell the story from the villain's point of view. A mixture of a lot of things. I hope the fans like about Rocksteady, but like a whole massive chunk of new stuff that they've never seen before. Still, everything I see in this makes me more excited for the story and the characters more than it does like who we're all going to see in it. I don't know. Poison Ivy's supposed to be in it.
Also, too.
Yeah, they haven't showed her. I don't think they will. They showed her plant, like a giant plant grabbing all the Suicide Squad. So, I mean, she's in it. I don't know how she survived. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Takes up 5 years after the end of Arkham Knight. Lots changed that time. Brainiac has invaded Earth, and he's this huge threat overlooking Metropolis. He's taken over Metropolis City. The Justice League are there to try and save the city, but Brainiac has captured and brainwashed them and turned them against the very people they've been sworn to protect. Captain Boomerang drops an F-bomb.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause to look at some of these images real quick. All right, so that's from the first trailer we saw. Wonder Woman. blocking a bunch of bullets with her bracelet. Looks like a war table got going on over here.
Because in this, you see like flash in the background of one of them.
Yeah, that's here in a little bit. I think it's either it's still at the beginning because not Brainiac. Deadshot is in his prison uniform still.
Yeah.
So I think maybe he's Flash spying on them, or that's like something like he's standing back there, and then there's like about to be a scene where he makes himself known or something like that.
Yeah, or maybe think of like, hey, you know, that, or maybe it's all like maybe there's like a mission or something they have to do, and then it's like they're told it's something, but then it like hits like stuff hits the fan where it's like, oh crap, it's Brainiac and now the Justice.
Then again, they did say maybe that's before the Flash gets brainwashed.
Yeah, possibly.
I think so. Maybe you think they'll slowly all start to get brainwashed throughout the game? And then like as this happens, we're like, oh crap, now the whole Justice League is turned against us. Wonder Woman's the only one that doesn't. Maybe Wonder Woman and Flash are like kind of teaming up to try to figure this out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see that being a thing.
I wonder why Wonder Woman is not. I get how it but you don't think that you think it's like a story plot.
Maybe I think so. Maybe she might turn out to be eventually.
Yeah.
You gotta fight her. I get a picture of Batman. Now this isn't lit up red like it was in the Game Awards trailer. It's green. So some people are saying, I wonder if it's depending on what time in game that you're doing the mission. If you do it at like nighttime, it's gonna look red. It's gonna have the lights on, but if you do it at daytime, it's not gonna have any of the lights on inside. Yeah.
That Batman.
What would you say?
That Batman boss battle, that's gonna be like really good.
Yeah, it's gonna suck. We're gonna like in a good way. It's not a good way. We're gonna get destroyed.
I kind of have an interesting idea. I think it'd be really. Stewart. You know how the beginning of Arkham Asylum was, where you're like Batman and then you're I mean, I know you know because you played it recently. That out. But remember how in the beginning where you're playing as Batman and Joker's like in his like thing, and you're like walking around and all that.
You think that's how the beginning's gonna be with the Suicide Squad?
Yeah. You're like for some. I mean, maybe it's like the tutorial or whatever, where you're learning your things and you're breaking into the Hall of Justice, or I don't know, you're doing something, and the whole like takes you out. Well, I don't know how it would work because I mean, Bruce is not Batman anymore, but he is in here for some reason. I don't know what the whole thing is.
Bruce is still Batman. He's just everyone thinks Bruce Wayne is dead.
That's what it is because he's still Oh yeah, because I forget he uses the fear toxin. My bad.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Yeah, so he's Batman full time now.
Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering about. Like, I mean, I think it'd be cool. It's like, you try to bring the whole Justice League stops you, and then you go in your cell and you kind of, you're walking around and, you see like I don't know how to describe it, but I think it'd be cool to like go to the Hall of Justice and they,
we'll be at the Hall of Justice at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you see the Justice League of how they're supposed to be.
Yeah. And we see some John Stewart Green Lantern. That boss battle's gonna be fun. Flash drinking some LexCorp coffee.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Much more Green Lantern stuff. Some Superman looking like John Cena. Get that little split curl. So the Justice League share the same goal as Brainiac to take over Earth and turn it into the new Palu, is what he calls it. Which I guess that's something in the game.
Yeah.
We got another shot of Batman. Looks like he's not to punch somebody, but it looks like he's struggling to do it. Maybe it's go back a little bit. See, it looks like he's fighting against Brainiac. See, like you can tell, it doesn't really look like he's one. See, his face changes right there.
Yeah.
So maybe this is when he breaks out of it.
Yeah.
Do you think that's something that happens every time a Justice League member breaks out? We get to play as them.
Maybe. I'm not too sure about that, but I mean,
that'd be interesting. Or they're like we don't get to play as them, but they're there fighting beside us.
Mm-hmm.
We get a shot. Let's see. Flash doing his whole thing.
I'm wondering how the world they're going to take out Superman. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Wonder Woman is probably going to help with that.
Yeah, Wonder Woman could probably get a good. We'll find out.
Yeah, we got John Stewart sitting on some kind of throne.
Yes.
Superman's a big dude. Like,
Superman's pretty huge. Yeah, I mean, it is. John, here, go back to the Jon Stewart scene. I don't know if it showed it there, but it looks like he's like, see, like looking around, but he kind of like shakes it off.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. That's weird. Maybe they're all trying to fight it. It's just like, I feel like Superman would be the one that would fight it the most. I mean, Batman would, but Superman would also.
Yeah.
Flash wouldn't. Flash doesn't have any willpower.
Yeah.
Well, willpower. That's that. I mean, that's why. He's trying to fight a little bit. He's got that willpower from the ring.
Do you think we will kill a Justice League member?
I don't personally. I don't think so. However, if they do, so then because that's a risky thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make a lot of people mad. Know that. Make a lot of people mad if we don't kill him either. So I don't know. Everyone's gonna be mad.
At your point, I'm like, I want him to kill somebody. Kind of like,
Rick Flag shows up in this trailer at some point.
Who?
Rick Flag.
You serious?
Yeah. I gotta find out when. I saw a picture of him earlier. I just don't know when it isn't exactly in the trailer. New missions to kill the Justice League. That's the Hall of Justice they're in right now.
They are. Like where Flash is walking in there. But the thing is, why is he?
See, this is still. See, he's in his Arkham uniform right here. So this is kind of around. It's also Sinestro. It looks like in the back over
there. Yeah.
Let's see. It's when Hack shows up, the weird computer girl. And then you see Flash in the background. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. You see Harley's a very much acrobatic character. I'm gonna skip Wonder Woman statue. She swings from the Bat drone. Captain Boomerang. Let's see. Deadshot. He's got his jetpack. He's got the swagger.
I can't look at them.
Oh, jeez. My boy is back.
Oh god, Riddler.
I don't know what this is. Some kind of like looks somewhere like a time trial would be or something, or some kind of like AR mode type thing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested to see what his role is in this. If he actually, maybe he dies. Maybe he's brainwashed.
Oh god, that'd be the worst kind of
Riddler as a playable character.
That's a you'd be playing. Yeah,
I would main him. No one else. But King Shark, he's got melee. They call him. He's an incredible character, super well read, super well to do, and I'm sure he could smash an operatic performance. He's actually the son of a god. It's my shame to suffer mortals in their buffoonery. And also, it doesn't really know simple words or simple things that are going on. Here's another. He bites this dude and stabs him and then rips his head off.
Yeah.
And they said that there's a lot of this game is rated to have a lot of gore. Apparently, someone gets stabbed through the neck with a sword.
Oh.
There's a beheading there, and there's apparently a bunch of other gory things that happen.
I'm guessing this is rated M. Just assuming.
Yeah, I think so. He can take more damage. He's a tank character. His abilities all lean to the fact that he wants to get in a bit more close and personal. He says he's the fastest melee character. They said, and you see a little bit of his melee right here because he's got those powers or something. So Captain Boomerang's got a Speed Force gauntlet that he can use together with his boomerang. So there's a lot of Easter eggs in this scene. Me and you were kind of going through it. I found out what the top left two were.
Who are they?
That's Toyman's one of his gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
Some kind of ball, and this is Bizarro's rock.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd kill to play Bizarro. I actually would be kind of happy about that.
I'd be going to play this guy right here.
Condiment King?
Yes.
For a minute.
I think Condiment King would be awesome. Dr. Savannah Speed Force Gauntlet. He can throw it at any point in space and Speed Force to that point along the walls. He can do wall running, basically. Some sliding. Sliding looked good there. I like that move.
Yeah.
See this guy. So one of the best cards is the support squad. You got the Penguin. Change Penguin's design every game.
I do.
It doesn't look the same since Arkham City. Which I mean, I guess I'm okay with. I can still look at him and think it's the Penguin. He's gained some weight. Looks like he's the arms dealer. He makes guns for everybody. You meet Hack, a new character, who is a digital ghost. There's right there. There's Flash. Right here. They're looking at him.
Yeah. So
I wonder.
Maybe.
So they see him. They had to have seen him up there. So that must mean that he's good right there.
But I mean, Lord knows. I mean, I don't know if he is. I mean, I don't know if that really tells us if he's good or bad or not.
Or maybe it's not even flat. Maybe it's a statue. Oh, I gotta find it. Maybe it could be a statue, or like a hologram. I don't know. It looks like him. He's standing up there. It looks like he's waiting for him, and they're looking up there at him.
Yeah.
Before she shows up. Huh.
Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, Hack shows up. Interesting character. I've never heard of her. She's there.
Or something.
Yeah, he shows up at some point. I don't know when. Here, let me look this up because I know he's in it. Right? Oh, it's not Flag one. Flag in Suicide Squad killed Justice League. Let's see. I know I saw it because I saw a picture of it. He's in this trailer. I just don't know. I'm probably not gonna find it on here. It could be in this scene. Right there. There he is. Right there.
Let's see.
Beside Amanda Waller.
Wait. Oh, in the back. Oh, that is okay.
Yeah. We got Toy Man, which when I heard Toy Man, I'm kind of excited because Toy Man's he's a Green Arrow villain, I think.
Yeah.
This is one of the versions of him, and he creates devices we can use to help fight Outward. He's got a little toy car. You can throw it. It's almost like a vehicle you can use. Gizmo, who's a Teen Titans character.
Yeah.
That's
crazy because they're only there.
Yeah. Creates vehicles. Kind of looks like a war table right here. I don't think this is though. This is like a cutscene. So it's showing like a map of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Hall of Justice. See, you said you get to see all kinds of cool, unique locations. Real quick, I gotta check the time of the Zoom. What is it? Okay, I see it. It's at the top of my screen. Day-night cycle. So Metropolis is very much the opposite of Gotham. It's not that dirty. It's more bright and happy. And the difference is that there are people acknowledge and trust Superman. So there's statues everywhere and like monuments thanking Superman for everything he's done.
Yeah.
Just the way I expect that to be. Let's see. What else? Yeah, we get some Captain Boomerang stuff. You get some more combat things. Let's see. I said it's a constantly changing battlefield, and so you constantly be going up against new threats and stuff.
Yeah.
Switch. Hang on, I got an ad. All right, here we go. Gun plays the variety. So there's 6 core types of weapons. We got assault rifles, SMGs, sniper rifles, shotguns, miniguns, and pistols. There's added variety from weapon manufacturers. There's LexCorp weapons. There's GCPD weapons. There's armor tech weapons, and later on in the game, you also have gear sets too, and they're villain themed. Gear sets are villain themed. So if you have a Bane gear set, you can trigger his buffs in the game. Some of it will have I don't know what she says in the scene. It's really confusing to me. I'm going to read you exactly what the YouTube subtitles say. Have the Bane drowns and you will like burn and like boom, boom, boom. And then there's like green smoke and you trigger all kinds of effects.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You basically bring the essence of the villain into the game. Each character has a power level that we call a gear score. As you acquire new gear in the game, your gear score goes up. And as that number goes up, it means that you can take on much harder missions as part of this progression journey. You will unlock more and more builds more and more ways to customize your characters to really fit the way you want to play. Every firearm in our game is upgradable. So the game is just like you're going to get lots of choices to use the weapons that you need and to complete your missions. Most importantly, you will be able to customize your squad to be whatever you like. So you got outfits. Classic comic book outfits is the pre-order bonus. This is the one I'm going to be using right here.
I'm just gonna use the classic suits the whole game.
I probably would. I might probably do that too.
Yeah.
It's a 1 to 4 player co-op experience. But you can also play it solo or with 2 players, 3 players. They said they recommend it with 4 because you have a lot of fun. It's really hectic. Let's see, bots will take over for the other players if you're playing by yourself. Let's see. Skipping ahead, there's Wonder Woman again. What is this place? Hang on. Is that Flash that I just saw? No, that's Boomerang. Ooh, one. So yeah, I mean, you get stuff like that. Harley Quinn talking to Wonder Woman. They did say that the Legacy, they're going to support the game after its launch. They're going to deliver lots of new content to our players, and new playable characters, new weapons, and new missions for players who like to customize their looks. We'll offer a battle pass that only contains cosmetic items. I've heard that before. This I think that's pretty much all the big stuff in this. Right, yeah, and you have some stuff more Flash, and that's it. Okay, this is where I'm at in the game, and then I'll let you say where you're at. I'm going to be getting the game probably day 1, if not the day after. So I can play it. I'm gonna beat it the opening weekend. So I don't know how long the game is. But I know we had mentioned something about maybe I'm going to be streaming it. I don't know if we had mentioned about you maybe wanting to join in and play through it.
I don't think I have a choice. I have to.
Okay. I think personally that I'm going to have fun playing the game. It might not be the best game. It could turn out to be bad, but I know you had mentioned that every time you watch it, you just keep liking it less and less. But to me, it's kind of the opposite. I don't like it more and more, but I don't hate it any less than I do. I'm like, okay, that looks kind of fun. I think I'm gonna have fun with that. And like, I have certain things. I'm like, oh, the story looks fun. I'm excited to find out what the story's what's going on in that.
Well, I was already kind of disappointed on the fact that it is a Justice League game. I'm just like, aggravated. Suicide Squad, yeah. So, yeah, maybe.
I mean, that's technically your Justice League game too, but I mean,
it is. But I'm the Suicide Squad as much as other people are.
2 days ago, real quick, PlayStation posted a trailer for DC's Justice League Cosmic Chaos gameplay trailer. It's like a little cartoony game. In the world? Oh. I had not seen this. What is this?
That's it. Hey, did we miss this on the game section? Lord, I did not hear about those.
It looks kind of lame. You want me to share my screen so you can see what it looks like real quick?
Yeah, because I did not hear about this. I was unaware.
Okay, here. This is what the game look. There it is.
Oh. Looks like a Lego game.
Yes. I don't know. I've not seen anything about this until just now.
Maybe there's a reason.
Oh, it's a looter. Oh, jeez. That's so confusing. I'm done. I'm over it. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of I'm on the fence. I'll say that. I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning towards the I think I'm going to enjoy myself side of the fence. Yeah. Other than the unplayable garbage. I was playing the side that I didn't really understand why everyone was so mad about the whole internet thing. Yeah. I get why. But then there's also the side like I forgot what I told you. The reason maybe that's why you're constantly online for solo. Like I think join in progress might be a thing if that's the case. Because you would have to.
I don't like it. Cause, I mean, there's a lot of things I want. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like it. I think it's very.
I know you said it was disrespectful to Kevin Conroy. Is what you said.
Yes. I think
I don't think so personally.
Is the last performance of Kevin?
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't necessarily think so.
You don't think it is?
Oh, not the last performance. I don't think that it's necessarily disrespectful. To the point that when they were making this game, they didn't know that he was going to pass away before they had to release it.
Well,
They already had the plan in mind that it was going to be like this. They were seeing his voice. So I mean, I don't know if because Kevin dying, them having to change around everything.
Well, not that. I mean, I would have made it mandatory. Like, oh, look, this game's online, and I would hate for, Kevin dying. That's like his last performance, and who knows? Within like 5 years from now, the game servers are going to shut off, and you're going to be unable to play the game.
I mean, there's always also the possibility that they could change it to where you could play solo without having to.
I mean, if that happens, that's a good thing. I don't think I don't see any improvement of the game of them doing that. I know you mentioned the join in progress and all that, but I don't know. I don't see any good outcome to it.
Mm-hmm.
But for join in progress, why not make it like? I mean, I don't know. Like, I hate it for people who have like bad internet and they're got they have everything they need. It's just their internet's just not the best. They're not in like a good area or whatever, right? And it's like, well, I'm unable to play this game now because I don't have the best internet. You know what I'm saying? And I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it was a really bad mistake for them to do.
I don't know. There's a lot with this game. I mentioned most of the stuff I'm excited for. I think the gunplay, the whole thing. I mean, unless what we kind of realized with the whole switching between melee weapons and guns is a thing, then that kind of gets rid of my complaint there. But the story is the main thing I'm mostly excited about. The gameplay. I mean, I'm indifferent towards it. It looks very hectic. But it reminded me a little bit of Marvel's Avengers, was just like the whole the way it's structured.
Yeah. I love Marvel's Avengers. You'd think this would be my thing, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not. I'm not going to say the gameplay even looks bad. I feel like it would just get repetitive really easily. I love Marvel's Avengers, but I can tell you right now the gameplay got repetitive very quickly.
Yeah. And we had talked about too that maybe it might be because they showed off a bad mission. Because they showed off a mission that had all of the elements that they needed to show off in it, but it might not have been the best mission to show off.
Yeah,
it just had everything they needed to show. Because you had the traversal, you had your combat, and you had the character switching, and they had a lot of instances for them to shoot and show off how that works.
Yeah,
so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I'll be playing the game. I'll be streaming it. So there's that.
Me and you both, I guess. We're gonna have to. Well, I have to, anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very mixed on how I feel with the fact that I don't know. You mentioned that it was just a bad mission, but I don't know. I don't know how to feel, really. It's just, I'm just not excited for it. I've never really fully been excited for this game. First time they revealed it, I was like, oh, it could be cool. I'm kind of, a little peeved to see another Superman, an evil Superman. But, whatever. And then hearing the rumors of, they were working on a Superman game at one point, but WB changed it. I'm just like, why? But I don't know. I'm not excited for it. Also, I'm going to get it. I'm going to give it a chance, but it's probably my least anticipated game of the year so far.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I can tell you right now, it will probably be, though, I don't know, you just said that Justice.
I'll tell you this. It's my, it's actually my third most anticipated game of the year.
Spider-Man's number one.
Yeah, for me it's Spider-Man, then it's Jedi Survivor, and then it's this.
Jedi Survivor. I'm hoping Factions comes out this year. I would really like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll get the game comes out in like 89, 88 days or something like that. There's a lot they could also change to getting fans' perspectives and stuff. We'll find out. Yeah, it's got crossplay. For anyone who's interested in that. I can't think of anything else though.
Wait, it's crossplay?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool. I'll give it that.
I think that's what it said. It is what it said on the website. At least it said squadgame.com website. And they had like a little thingy at the. Where's it at? How do I look at it? I don't know. They had an area where you could like read like questions from people would send in, and they like were answering it. I don't know where to find that at.
It's on the official website.
Frequently asked questions. It's a new genre defining third-person action-adventure shooter, allowing players to take the roles of Suicide Squad members. Let's see. May 26th. It will be on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. It's going to be 60 FPS, I think, is the frame rate.
Okay, well, that's good.
Let's see. Playable characters include Harley Quinn, Clown Princess of Crime, Deadshot, Most Dangerous Marksman Alive, Gun Boomerang, Aussie Assassin Extraordinaire, and King Shark, the demigod humanoid shark and rightful ruler of the seas. It'll be available on PC via Steam. It's an original story set in the DC universe. The squad must take on a possible mission to save Earth and kill the greatest DC superheroes, the Justice League. Connected Arkham series. Customize the characters' looks, new outfits, gear, weapons, and other cosmetic items. It can be played solo or with up to 4 players in online co-op. Players can gravitate towards one squad member, but they can switch characters when they are outside of active missions.
I wonder how fast you can switch characters. I don't know if it's you have to get to a menu or you can just click a button.
I don't know.
I was wondering how you
can go through the entire game as any of the 4 main characters. The game can be enjoyed either solo or with up to 4. I just read that. Will not support local co-op. Full cross-platform play for online co-op. Internet connection is required to play solo or via online co-op. It's not connected to the films, for anyone who's wondering that. PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live Gold is not required to play the game. However, it will be required to play online.
Oh, so you don't need PS Plus for it?
No.
Okay, that's something.
The frame rate will be 60. PC specifications will be made available closer to launch. New missions, new earnable characters. So I wonder if you have to do missions to unlock the characters that come out. Interesting. Yeah. We'll have a battle pass that's optional. You can get that. There will be free tiers that are available for no cost, and also premium tiers. It will have in-game purchases via an in-game shop. It will not have loot boxes.
Oh, okay.
And it will have a prequel tie-in comic, which comes to May 30th, which is weird. I don't get why it's coming out after, but that's what Gotham Knights did too, so I guess fine. I will be getting this series. It's called Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum. Prequel tie-in, expanding on how this incarnation of Task Force X came together. The game, the 5-issue monthly series scheduled to release on May 30th, will be available at comic book stores and digital platforms. Each issue includes a code for a redeemable Suicide Squad in-game cosmetic item. And you can whatever the English words. Yes. Okay. Yep. And that's that. And that's all I have to say about this game.
I mean, it's. I don't know.
I think. Okay, this is just me, and this is my opinion. I think some people are kind of overreacting. There's a lot of I think I read some of the developers are getting hate threats. I think I'd read that somewhere, and I'm like, I don't think it's that extreme. I mean, maybe it's a game that, it's simply different. And I mean, maybe not good, maybe it will be good. Who knows? But I don't think it requires. I don't think anything like that requires people to be rude to the developers at all.
Yeah.
Like I don't think any game would require that ever.
No, I can't imagine. But
unless it's Marvel's Avengers, in which case,
I am so aggravated because I don't know where to stay. Like, because I'm staying on. I don't like it. I don't think it looks good. I don't think the gameplay looked that compelling, and I don't think I just didn't think it looked that interesting. Story. I mean, you are right about the story, where there might be something there with it. I am interested of, do they actually kill the Justice League? Does like what that whole thing's about? But
yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm not excited.
Well,
your opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, that's not what I was going to say. I was getting ready to say, I guess that's our talk on Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. We're not going to really, I don't think we should really rate it, because that's not really like a thing. We can just talk about it. But yeah, we'll get more information eventually, and we'll speak on that.
When does the game come out? May
26th.
All right.
Same month as Guardians 3.
So I guess April is when the game will go gold, I'm assuming. I'm surprised. Is there no deluxe collectors? Or
we don't know about that yet. I'll be surprised if that'll be coming though soon, next month or so.
It have to be. I mean, there's a way to do a collector's edition and then reveal it in like May.
Didn't they do that for the Guardians of the Galaxy game? They revealed all the pre-order stuff for it like the summer before it came out. But I know it came out in the fall, didn't it?
What did?
The Guardians game.
It came out in...
I know it was towards the end of the year. It wasn't like middle of the year or anything.
I can't remember.
Let me see real quick. I'm actually kind of curious real quick, and we can end this off. It came out October 26, 2021. Yeah. So, that's all I was right. So yeah, the pre-orders went live for that in the summer. I remember that because we were out of school. So I'm surprised. I don't know. I'm interested. If they might have a collector's edition of it. I'd be interested to see what that looks like. I won't buy it, but still.
Not sold on the game, but I mean, I'm interested in seeing like what's gonna happen, or see what it is. I mean, maybe if it's something cool, like a cool like Superman statue with
that'd be pretty cool.
With like with the Suicide Squad, you're gonna fight them or something. I mean, I don't know.
I think it'd be kind of a cool thing if like each collector's edition has like a certain statue of one of the Justice League members, and you don't know which one it is until you open it.
And you know what? I always liked that idea because I wanted that for the Avengers game before they revealed that was. I'm like, it'd be cool if each statue was like a different Avenger.
But then you get like the one you don't want, and you're like,
knowing my luck, I'd get like.
But I mean, there's not really a Justice League member I wouldn't not like a statue for. I mean, they're all cool. Green Lantern, Flash, Superman, Batman.
I would hate to get like. Because I would really want because I mean that Cap statue they had, man, was incredible. Incredible. I mean, I'd either want like a Cap, Iron Man, or Hulk, but I feel like I'd get like Hawk, Black Widow or something. I feel like, yeah, spent $200.
Miss Marvel.
Or Miss Marvel. Oh golly, yeah, how about that now?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea of a Superman statue. It'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it might be a statue of the Suicide Squad members.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Gotham Knights, where it's like all 4 of them.
It might be. I don't know. We'll see.
Or it'd be cool if it was like an evil Superman statue.
I don't know. Yeah. But all right, I guess that's where we can get ready to end this off.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for joining us. This Extra Beef episode. I don't think we'll be doing another Extra Beef until the end of the Arkham Files Season 2. I don't think, at least. This one was kind of impromptu. We decided it last night. But yeah, that should be. Go vote on YouTube at our community page about what you want our first project to be. We'll start with that one, and then we'll go back to the random wheel afterwards.
Yep.
I will be adding some projects to the wheel as well.
What's the current one? Oh, what's the highest current Watchmen?
Yeah, I'll give an update on it real quick. Hang on, let me look. Channel, community. All right. So yes, so Watchmen is the highest voted right now at 57%. Followed by Logan, 21%, Deadpool 1 and 2, two-parter for 14%, and The Boys Season 1 was 7%. Birds of Prey has 0.
Well, I'm glad our fan base has class.
Yeah. With that being said, I'll vote on that, and we'll see what we review first to start the full-on extra beef run for 2023. Yeah, with that being said, we're going to get out of here. Thank you all for joining us, and we will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.
See you.